Before we do that, though, I want to acknowledge and thank newspapers.com, who has been with us over the past few weeks. Since Brandon's trial up until now, they have been a really great sponsor of Courtroom Insider. We thank them, and if you want to go and find some true crime story to binge on newspapers.com, they've got it for you. They're doing a 7-day free trial for new accounts. You can go log on. And newspapers.com, thank you for your support. And I look forward to seeing you at CrimeCon. And many of you at CrimeCon. If you haven't registered for CrimeCon, newspapers.com will be there. I will be there doing a panel with Colby and Ray Hermosillo, Detective Hermosillo. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, those guys were in the courtroom. Kay Woodcock had them stand up. Hermosillo, Ball, Chuck Considas, and Eric Wheeler, she asked them to stand. They were there, and it was really cool to see them there in the courtroom, along with all of the other people who have done so much to make this happen. Anyway, I'll be at CrimeCon with Hermosillo and Colby Ryan, and also doing a panel with Marcia Clark. You can use the promo code Eaton, E-A-T-O-N, if you want to go to CrimeCon. I don't get paid anything. That just gives you 10% off a standard badge. It will be in Denver, and it will be great to see all of you who are going to CrimeCon, and it will be good to see new people. I'm kind of going to miss seeing all of you who have lined up in court. I got to meet some really incredible people over the past few years, and it's been great to have your support as you've watched every single night. One woman today brought us donuts. I didn't bring the donuts. She brought the donuts. I told Jordan tomorrow we'll have to go get the donuts to celebrate that it's all done. We'll go live in the morning on our YouTube channel, and you can come along with us as we find a new and exciting place to have donuts in Arizona. All right, why don't we have some shout-outs right here. Shout-outs: Linda Williams, Denise Benedict, Glenn Goodrich, Amy Bell, Cheryl Sousa, Helen Irving, Johnny Scott, Karen Welsh, and Vera Campos. Thank you so much. People are watching from all over the place. It blows my mind. Hungary, Scotland, Brazil, Jamestown, Rhode Island, Australia, Grand Junction, Colorado, England, Bournemouth, UK, Georgia, Twin Falls, Idaho. Yay! Poland, Sweden, St. Vincent, the Eastern Caribbean, and Ireland. Awesome. Thank you all so much for watching. I got to give a shout out to the Lunch Lounge. The Casey Martinez owns the Lunch Lounge. She emailed me last time we were in Phoenix for the second trial and said, stop by my place and I'll feed you lunch. Jordan and I went. She wasn't there. They fed us. It was incredible. Such good food. Small business. Love their story. They bought a business that was struggling, overhauled it, and they serve incredible food and great lemonades and drinks, flavored drinks. So good. Well, she wrote again and said, come back. She wasn't there the first time. We went in for lunch today. Great place. Big thanks to the Lunch Lounge. If you're in Phoenix, stop by. They're only open Monday to Friday for the business crowd. They do breakfast and lunch. They close at 2. So go grab some food and you will enjoy it. Now let me get to your questions. Is there a place I can go find out who all of the characters in this case are? I find myself rather confused. You're not alone, especially if you're new. You must be new. We have a place on East Idaho News called The Who's Who, which we might need to update. I don't know when it was last updated, but if you go there, that I can give you a good starting point. We've got a family tree somewhere posted on my Facebook page. I would suggest going there. That might be the best way to help. I'm sorry. I wish I had it here for you. Anyway, I found myself a nervous wreck while Kay read her statement from JJ. Can this not be used for an appeal? Oh, good question. I don't know how it could be, because I think you're saying JJ's not here and he obviously didn't write that. Maybe, I don't know if that's enough to appeal it. We're in the sentencing phase. She's already been found guilty. So if this were maybe earlier on in the phase before she was found guilty, maybe there could be an issue, but I don't foresee it being that big of an appellate issue. Do you think Lori will appeal? I do. I think they will, and I think she has 20 days, the judge said. So yeah, I think she's going to appeal. I think that will be standard, by the way. I don't think she still thinks she deserves a new trial. She still thinks that she was robbed of justice. At least she says she thinks that. But she wants so bad to go back to Idaho. So I don't know why she's fighting it so much. That's the question. What surprised you most today? Oh, good question. I think how emotional it was. I've covered sentencings before. I have. I covered the ones in Idaho with Chad and Lori, and today was very emotional, and yeah, It was, yeah, I think that's what surprised me the most. Just it was emotional, and it hit me harder than I thought it might. What victim impact statement impacted you the most? Oh, parts of each one. I was thinking when Brandon's siblings read, I've got 4 siblings, 2 brothers and 2 sisters. They all live near each other. Well, most of them live near each other, near my parents. And I was thinking, if I was in this circumstance where I needed to take my kids, or I felt I needed to, flee to safety with my kids, I'd go to them. And I'd probably do what Brandon did. I'd move around. And I think about them testifying if my wife's aunt tried to kill me with her husband and her dead uncle. I just can't imagine being in their shoes. Kay's statement was quite touching. Larry's, the letter that I mentioned, Brandon, of course, all of them were pretty moving. Who yelled at Lori as she left the courtroom? That was Vicky Hoban, her Tammy's aunt, who came every day to Chad's trial. She was there. Why wasn't Colby in court? Colby had a mini stroke, they think, but maybe not anymore. Maybe it was meningitis. He's just had some real serious health issues, and thinking about Colby, praying for Colby, wishing him the best here. There is a GoFundMe if you're interested in doing that. I tweeted it. It's on my Twitter. You can find it. I don't have the link handy with me right now, but if you wanted to help him out, you can go check that out, and I know they'd appreciate it. At whom did serial killer Lori wink at as she exited the courtroom? The same aunt. The same aunt. Nate, will you please paint us a picture of the audience members in the courtroom? Were they emotional? Were many people there? Yeah, it was packed. People started lining up last night around 5. And, every seat was taken. Media row was mostly full, but for other media that weren't there, other people in public sat there. People were emotional. People were crying. There were regulars that came to a lot of days of the trial, not only in Idaho, but here in Arizona. And then there were brand new people that had never come before. So it was kind of a mix. It was emotional, and people just, I think, wanted to be there. Why no death penalty in these cases? Because it's not a first-degree murder charge. It actually has to be first-degree murder, capital offense. Had Lori actually pulled the trigger and killed Charles, or Brandon had died, and it was she actually did it, and they had proof of that, they probably could have gone for death penalty, or not, but that would have justified. Conspiracy to commit murder doesn't qualify for death penalty with aggravating factors. Why hasn't Charles' sons spoken? I don't know. They've been quiet through this whole thing. I think they've moved on with life. I've spoken with them a few times over the years. It has been some time, but I think that they're ready to be done. They're ready to be done. What has changed me, Nate? What's changed you the most during these cases over the last 6 years? Oh, man. I don't know. I have been able to spend off-camera time talking with a lot of these people. Stuff that I've never reported, stuff that I've just kept in my head and in my heart. I've been able to see different sides of many, many people associated with the case, the detectives, the family members, the court officials in some cases, and I see how this has affected all of them. And it's real people behind all this stuff. So that's it. How did Brandon meet his new wife? They met at a wedding, actually. Brandon's friend was getting married after he had divorced Melanie. He went to the wedding. They met there, and I won't say much more. That's Brandon's story to tell, but that's how they met. Does Brandon still have to share custody? Yes, they have the kids 50-50. The defense seemed to be very disrespectful today, laughing, talking, and giggling. Did you see that? I did not. I was on the back row and focused on what was being said. That sounds typical for Lori to be like that. I hate to say it, but that's kind of how she is. Can family bring civil cases now against Melanie? Could they bring it against Lori at this point? Civil cases. I don't know what you mean about civil cases. If, like, sue Melanie, they could if there's a reason to sue, and they could sue. I guess Charles' family could sue Lori civilly, kind of like with O.J. Simpson and others. They could sue civilly. I don't know if they will. Maybe they will. She doesn't have any money, but Judge Boreski did say he gave her the maximum fines and penalties to say, in case you ever do make money, which you can't, you're paying these fines. And I think it was 200 something thousand. It's like 6 figures. Do you think we'll hear from Chad? He writes books after all. I don't know if we'll hear from Chad. Maybe we will. I doubt it. Maybe we won't. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if he says anything. I personally don't think he ever will. I think that he would have by now, or maybe down the line, many, many years from now he could. But we'll see. That's it for questions. Thank you for being here on Courtroom Insider. We may have some programming early next week. I'm staying in Phoenix a few more days to try to maybe get some other additional interviews from people who haven't spoken or who want to speak. I'll keep it vague at that. If we do have programming, I'll be back Monday night from Idaho with those interviews, and maybe Tuesday. And then next Thursday, we'll be back for Courtroom Insider every Thursday. Well, I should say most Thursdays going forward. This Courtroom Insider isn't over. Now that the trial's over, the cases are over, it's not over. I want to make it bigger and better. And I hope you'll watch, and we'll talk about different cases and different things and true crime. And holy smokes, have you seen the docuseries on Netflix about the girl who vanishes on the cruise? I just started it on the flight yesterday. She's from Richmond, Virginia, Chesterfield, right where I used to live. Anyway, we'll talk about stuff like that. And here's how you can keep up with me. I'm on YouTube right there. I also have Meet in the Eatons. That's our family channel. My family's so excited for me to go home. And it'll be nice to be home. Well, I'm also on X, Facebook, and Instagram. You can follow me there. And I want to thank you so much for watching tonight and for supporting East Idaho News, for supporting me. And tonight, before we go, I want to remember the 4 people who were lost over the past years. The reason why we're here, unfortunately: Charles Vallow, Tammy Daybell, JJ Vallow, Tylee Ryan, and fortunately Brandon Boudreaux. We did not leave, but he is here, and today he obtained justice. Thank you for watching Courtroom Insider. I'm Nate Eaton. Have a good night.